how's it going? So I did a little bit of thinking yesterday, and I thought that it would be actually pretty stupid of me to upload a video every single day. One of the reasons being that I don't have time for that, and two, that it would be pretty boring for both of us if I was just to recap every single day on what trivial things I did. So I am going to focus on the main things to either teach you guys something, to show off something, or if I have a major breakthrough. So I will have one today because I do have kind of a breakthrough in the actual concept of the game. So I did a lot of studying yesterday. Probably I would say about 5 hours of it last night, and learned a lot about Xcode, Cocoa Touch, the SDK, and a lot about Objective-C. Now, the transfer between C and Objective-C, it's not that different. It's a little bit harder than I thought it would be because there's a lot of habits to break. Different terminology, different things, different ways to do it, and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be just a little tiny bit of a problem, but I think that I can have that done in probably a day or so. And yeah, I do have the basic concept of the game. I have been working on that today because when people think about a video game, all they think about is the GUI, the graphical user interface. That's the basic, the person just runs around. But there's a lot of implementations in a game. There's the music, there's the art, there's the voiceovers, there's the shaders, there's menus, there's a bunch of things that have to be done in a video game. So I'm going to be basically doing all that and learning. So I will be able to delegate my, if somebody wants to help me, or if I can get somebody to help me doing something, I have no problem with that. And it would be actually pretty cool to have other people's ideas and all that kind of stuff. So I am allowed to do that, and I will do that. So like I said, I do have the basic concept of the game. It's going to be an RPG. I don't know if you guys can see that because it might be reflecting, but you're going to be walking around right here. That is a picture of 180 degree little world, a tester world that I made up. Basically, you're going to be walking around in multiple worlds, something like that, forest areas, castles, that kind of stuff, and it's I want to focus more on the quests and the actual upgrades and the world, as opposed to a lot of the games now just focusing on the fighting, because I think that's when the video game industry switched basically from the last generation to the next generation. A lot of the platforms didn't stay true, and they started just focusing more on the masses and just getting in there, fighting and all that kind of stuff. They're not focusing on the actual player development, they're focusing on the character development. So a lot of the games that I'm going to be emulating and looking up to is, say, Final Fantasy VIII, where the art and the characters were the main story. It's not so much as some of the games that are now, where it just focus just plainly on the game itself. It's going to be quest driven, and it's going to be ideal quests that focus on you, not as opposed to a little kid being like, oh, you need to save my mother, where this kid is entrusting his mother's life in your hands. It's just a little bit more realistic. Like, let's say you're sick or something and you have to go and get something, heal or something like that. It's going to be like that. What else to tell you guys? Learned. I'm not going to show you guys basically anything today because I haven't really done anything. I've just made the concept of the game. I will show you this. This is View Infinite Redder. This is where I did make my test world. That is the world. I don't know. In here, I'll show you the actual. Well, I'm not going to show you. Well, always messing around with stuff, that kitty. Let's see. This is the picture that I showed you right here. Basically, it's just 180 degree. You'll be able to. I don't know if I'm going to use the iPhone's movement, where you can move around and actually see the world, or if you have to actually have a user input where the person just uses their finger. I don't know what I'm going to be using. So, and I don't know if it's going to be an actual 3D world as opposed to just the basic still images, because if I do a 3D world, then I'll be losing a lot of resolution in the pictures, and I do want it to be a very an art-focused game. I want it to look beautiful. I want people to be basically transferred to another world, and that's one of the reasons that I do want to do the still images. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to be 3D, I don't know if it's going to be still, and other than that, I don't know what else to tell you. You'll get another update from me in a couple days, basically telling me where you're at, and if anybody wants to help, just leave me a comment. Okay, bye.